Hello my dear friends, my dear learners, welcome to my channel Amjad Online Academy. Here in the continuation of the previous lecture, right, if you have gone through, or let me tell you, we are the undergoing topic actually. The main undergoing topic is the CVP analysis, under which we are discussing some tools and technique. In that previous lecture, we had discussed the first method of CVP analysis. Just to understand the CVP analysis, that was the equation method we had discussed in the previous lecture. Then the second method to analyze the CVP technique, or to analyze the CVP relationship or analysis. The second technique is the break-even analysis, and in the previous video, just the previous one, we had discussed the meaning of the break-even analysis, break-even point, and we had discussed the calculation of the break-even point under two ways, or under two methods. First was with the help of the table. How do we calculate the break-even point? If you refer my previous video, and in the same video we had discussed how do we calculate the break-even point after using a separate formula, right? A concise formula is there, right, to calculate the break-even point. In this video, in this particular video, we are going to discuss the break-even charts. I mean, how we can calculate the break-even point after using the break-even charts, or in other ways we can say the break-even we can find the break-even point of any organization, of any business, right, after using the break-even charts, or after with the help of some diagrams. So diagrams की help से भी we can calculate the break-even point. So that's why when we are talking about some diagrams, definitely we should have some figures. And the figures I'm using the same figure which I have already used in my previous video. If you will refer, I have used the same table, and I have just made you learn how do we calculate this table in my previous video. So up till now I am just taken as it is those figures here, just to tell you, okay, how do we plot a diagram so that we could find the break-even point. I will use the rough hand here because I'm not using any diagram, graph paper here. Just with the help of free hand I will tell you it. Okay, look, let me tell you again. Here the units are given, here the fixed cost is given, and it is the fixed variable cost, and all of you know that fixed cost plus variable cost equals the total cost. And the TR we have found, this TR actually after multiplying the selling price which was given in the illustration, that was 2.25 rupees per unit. The selling price was given in this table. So we have arrived this total revenue, means after multiplying this selling price by the number of units. So we get these figures, and I had told you in the previous video, it is the point we are achieving our break-even point at the 40,000, at the production of 40,000 units. In this session I'm going to tell you the break-even charts. So first, there is a simple break-even chart. I will tell you that first type, or you can say the type of the break-even chart, because there are several break-even charts, right? So I will tell you a few which are very much important just to make you understand. So first I am taking, that is simple break-even point. All right, a simple break-even point, you can name that simple break-even point, or simple break-even chart, sorry, not point, simple break-even chart, or break-even diagram. All of you know, if we are talking about the diagram, we should have the two axes. This is known as x-axis, and this is the y-axis. I'm sorry, just using, because I am using my limited space, but I want the entire solution, right, at one time, so that you can understand well, right? So आपके सामने ये figures भी होंगी, तो आपको जब मैं diagram बनाना सिखाऊंगा तो आपको थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा आसान रहेगा जब ये figures को उनको plot करना है. तो अभी आपने जाना कि break-even point is what? Break-even point is that point where the total cost become equals to the total revenue. So it does mean in the simple break-even point we are concerned with these two columns, total cost and the total revenue. Now on x-axis what we have to plot here. On generally, let me tell you the general rule of the x-axis, what you plot here. Here you use those figures which are having the constant or equal interval. Generally it does happen, however it depends on the situation, but generally it happens. So look here, the units are given, right? So units are having the constant interval. So this units will be shown on the x-axis here like this. Units will be shown here at equal space, in my own anticipation, I'm using the equal gap, right? It is in thousands. Three zeros are common, so I can write here 10,000. I can write here 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, 70,000, 80,000. Up till here, it is given. All right, this is in thousand because three zeros are in common. Now, if we talk about y-axis, now when we talk about the y-axis, what I told you, because we are concerned, we have to plot only two columns here, that is we are concerned total cost and the total revenue, right? So total cost and total revenue will be shown on the y-axis, and now we have to decide the optimum scale. And what is the criteria of deciding the optimum scale? Just observe the minimum figure. As you are observing, the minimum figure is this, and the uppermost figure is this, 1,80,000. The minimum figure is going 22,500 and the above figure is going 1,80,000. So we have to decide the scales on y-axis according to these figures. So it is better you take the equal scale, because you have to adopt a equal scale. I am taking like 20, it is again in thousands. Three zeros are common here, so do not get confused. It is in 20,000s. When I talking about is 20, so definitely it will be 40. I am just taking the interval of 20,000. It is a 60,000, 80,000, 1 lakh, 1,20,000, 1,40,000, 1,60,000 and 1,80,000. It is coming up till here. So if we decide like this, right, for our reckoning purpose, for our own reasoning purpose, so if we draw the fixed cost curve here, look here, the 10,000. So if you find the 10,000 here on the y-axis, it is around the little bit below the half of the portion of this here. It will strike here, and it will be again a straight line. And this will be known as fixed cost curve or fixed cost line here, because it has to go the parallel to the x-axis. और यहाँ पर जो है ये आपका 10,000, because little bit below the, because अगर आप देखें यहाँ पर 10,000 है ना, 20,000, तो just not little bit below, just the half of this will be known as a 10,000. ये आपका 10,000 है, और 10,000 में हमने आपको फिक्स कॉस्ट दिखा दिया. It has to be parallel to the x-axis. Now it is the question of taking the total cost line. Total cost line, look, at 10,000, yani at this, the total cost is 30,000. So 30,000, to just give the point here, point out it here, because it will be between 40 and 20 here. Again, if we add 20,000 units, the total cost is 50,000. So it will be between the 60 and 40,000 here. Again, at 30,000, look, at 30,000 units, the total cost is 70,000. So it will be between 80 and 60,000, means like this here. So if you keep pointing out these figures, 30,000, 50,000, 70,000, so if you are observing there is an equal difference, you are going to point it like this here. So again, if you will see, because these are having the constant interval, so there has to be a constant or straight line like this, and it line will be known as total cost line, TCL. From the point of view of break-even chart, from the point of view break-even point, it is known as TCL, total cost line, because we have drawn this line on this here with the free hand. I am saying with the free hand. अगर आप point लगाएंगे, यहाँ लगाएंगे, तो आपको जब देखेंगे scale से, तो it will be a straight line. Now coming to just this plot, this total revenue, right? And first it will be go parallel, because there will be a little bit difference. अगर आप देखें तो difference बहुत थोड़ा सा है यहाँ पर भी. Look, 30,000 and 20,500. So we have to start at 10,000 units. The total revenue is 22,500. So it will be around 22,000, means above, little bit above 20,000 here approximately. 20,000 means 45,000, approximately little bit here, because little bit above the 40,000, 30,000, it is 67,500, approximately here, little bit here, and then it is at 90,000, approximately here. So if you will see again, so if you are going to point, right, drop the point at every figure, again you will find that it is again a straight line like this, intersecting your total cost line. This will be known as sales line, SL. This will be known as revenue line, total sales line. So where it is going to intersect, right, that will be known as your break-even point. And look at here, if you will observe here, if you are drawing a perpendicular line here, so it is just intersecting where the point it is, when you are dropping a perpendicular line, it is striking 40,000 units, and you are getting the same as we already have calculated in the previous video. Again the 40,000 is coming. This is your BEP, and in rupees, if you will see like this, so it is striking where, it is intersecting where, at 90,000. So if you will see, the answer was in the previous video when we are going to calculate with the help of the table and with the help of the formula. The break-even point in units was 40,000, which we are getting with the help of this simple diagram, and in rupees it was 90,000. Again we are getting with the help of this simple diagram, and this is known as break-even point, the most simple diagram of achieving the break-even point. So now I have told you the three methods of calculating the break-even point in the continuation of the previous video, and I'm requesting you to go through the previous video if you have not gone through, because you have directly coming to this video, so you will seldom understand what is going here. So first refer the previous one and you will see that I have told you three methods of calculating break-even point. First was with the help of table, the second was with the help of the formula, and third with the help of the break-even charts or break-even diagram. And among that, means among the different type of the charts, the first I have told you that is simple break-even chart I have got, right, and this is known as first break-even simple, and the previous that it is known as loss, and above this break-even point all is profit. This is all profit. Because before achieving break-even point you are in the loss, and first then you have to be at break-even point. After that you will start achieving the profit, means after that is the entire profit. So first this break-even, that's why practically every business, if business wants to earn the profit, every business has to face break-even point at least once in the lifetime of the business. If the business is not achieving its break-even point, it does mean that business is not incurring profit. And break-even point is the simplest technique, and it is asked by your banker also. यानी if you are going to start any project and if you are going to take or obtain loan from the bank, अगर मैं कोई प्रोजेक्ट या कोई अपनी फैक्ट्री लगाने के लिए जा रहा हूँ और मुझे बैंक से लोन लेना है, मैं फैक्ट्री में, तो जनरली बैंक आस्क द प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट. बैंक कहता है कि आप अपनी प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट लेकर आओ. उस प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट में मुझे बहुत सारी कैलकुलेशंस और एजम्पशंस दिखानी होती हैं. तो अमंग मींस इन दैट प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट आई हैव टू मेंशन व्हाट विल बी माय ब्रेक इवन पॉइंट एट व्हाट ईयर. मेरा ब्रेक इवन पॉइंट कब कितने प्रोडक्शन पर होगा ये भी मुझे शो करना होता है, तो ये भी बताना होता है. तो जनरली इसका यूज़ भी ये है प्रैक्टिकली, और ये सिंपल आपका ब्रेक इवन पॉइंट यहाँ है. सिंपल, इट इज़ सिंपल चार्ट ऑफ ब्रेक इवन पॉइंट. नाउ let me come to the another context of break-even chart, or another type of the break-even chart. You can say second, that is known as contribution break-even chart. Contribution break-even chart. What is that? Contribution. Now again we are interested to calculate the break-even point with the help of the break-even diagrams or charts. And now that type of the chart, break-even chart or the break-even diagram, is known as contribution. Now how do we achieve the break-even point with the help of this diagram particular? Let me see. So when we are talking about the contribution, in the previous video I have told you what is the contribution. Again here I am telling you the contribution actually it is denoted by C. Look, if you have not gone through the previous video, I am just telling you again. Contribution is denoted by C and it is S minus V, or you can say C and S, sales minus variable cost. Once you are deducting your variable cost from the sales, it is equal to the contribution. Generally, a lot of people think that the contribution and the profit is the same. No. Look, if observe the difference. Once you are deducting only, I'm using the word only, variable cost from sales, it means it is the contribution. If we talk about the profit, once you are deducting entire type of the cost from the sales, that will be equal to the profit. तो डिफरेंस हो गया. अगर आप अपनी सिर्फ वेरिएबल कॉस्ट ही डिडक्ट कर रहे हैं किससे, सेल से, सिर्फ वेरिएबल कॉस्ट, तो उसको हम कंट्रीब्यूशन बोलते हैं. तो C इज इक्वल टू S माइनस V. तो हम यहां अगर कॉलम बनाए कंट्रीब्यूशन का, इफ यू आर ड्रॉइंग अ नेक्स्ट कॉलम हियर, नेमली कंट्रीब्यूशन, अगर मैं उसको कंट्रीब्यूशन का नाम दूं यहां पर, तो अब आप देखो कंट्रीब्यूशन मींस S माइनस V, यानी S माइनस V यानी सेल्स. वी आर, S मींस व्हाट, टोटल रेवेन्यू, और V इज द वेरिएबल कॉस्ट, मींस 22,500 minus 20,000. So it will be equal to 2,500. We are achieving the contribution of 2,500 here. Here again, here 45,000 minus variable cost. Here the contribution is 5,000. 67,500 minus this. Here the contribution is 7,500. Here the contribution 90,000 minus 80,000, 10,000. Here the contribution is 12,500. Here the contribution is 15,000. It is 17,500 and 20,000. I have told you the way we have achieved it. Okay, this is known as a contribution column because we require it, because now we have to draw the contribution break-even diagram or break-even chart. That is the second type. And how do we draw it? Again, very simple. So when we are talking about the diagram, we require the same axis like this. Units, again I am telling you, I am taking the 3 zeros are common, means it is 10,000, it is 20,000, it is 30,000, it is 40,000, it is 50,000, it is 60 and 70 or 80 thousands. Now when we are talking about the contribution, so it means we are concerned with this column only. So here we have to draw the contribution on y-axis, right? Again, I have told you that we have to take an optimum scale on y-axis also to draw. All right. Look here. If you are observing here, there is a constant interval. It's better to take the same scale. So again, 2 0 will be common. I am taking the 2 zeros in common. So if you, it is 2,500, it is 5,000, it is 7,500, it is 10,000, it is 12,500, it is 15,000, and it is 17,500, and it is 20,000. All right. What we have to do, just as for reckoning, I have told you, just we are drawing the fixed cost line because we are requiring here. That is 10,000. So 10,000 coming here. This is 10,000. Here it is now 10,000, not 1 lakh like this. So 10,000. The fixed cost curve will be like this time. It is fixed cost curve or fixed cost curve here. Actually that definitely is a straight line. यहाँ आ गया. Now again the time of drawing the contribution. At 10,000 the contribution is 2,500, exactly here. At 20,000 the contribution is 5,000. Again you are going to put the point here, 7,500, the dot here at 7,500. It is now here. So if you go like giving the dots, again you will find there is a straight line like this, and this line will be known as contribution line. This line is known as contribution line, right? अगर आप इसको ड्रॉ करें तो ये कंट्रीब्यूशन लाइन होगी. Now the point is that where we are achieving the break even point. So listen, when you are drawing the contribution break even chart, so where the contribution line is intersecting the fixed cost, that will be your break even point. This is your break even point, and look where it is intersecting. If you are giving a perpendicular line here, again it is striking at 40,000, the same answer we are getting here. So it is understood that how we are going to achieve the break-even point with the second type of the diagram or chart, that is known as a contribution break-even chart, and I have just made you understood before you. I hope that it is clear to you. Now coming to the third type of the diagram is that is known as profit and loss. See, profit and loss break-even chart. Okay, so it does signify, it means now again we are concerned here profit and loss, not the contribution. I have told you the difference, right? Because look here, I have told you the contribution is what? Sales minus variable cost, but profit is sales minus variable cost and minus fixed cost, or profit is contribution minus fixed cost. बोथ आर सेम. अगर आप ऑब्जर्व करें, कंट्रीब्यूशन क्या है? सेल्स में से अगर आप वेरिएबल कॉस्ट माइनस कर दें, और अगर हम इसमें से फिक्स कॉस्ट भी माइनस कर दें तो हम उसको प्रॉफिट बोलते हैं. या तो हम इसको ऐसे लिख दें और ये इसको ऐसे लिख दें, एक ही बात है. तो इट मीन्स वी आर कंसर्न विद नाउ हियर, तो वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट आइदर प्रॉफिट और लॉस. And when we are talking about the profit and loss, so we have to compare the total revenue and the total cost, right? So total revenue here and the total cost we have to compare. Means at 10,000 I have to see के profit हो रहा है, loss हो रहा है. Look, total revenue is 22,500, total cost is 30,000, so we are in the loss of 7,500. This is a loss, will be shown in the negative figures, and negative figures are shown in bracket. Look here, 45,000 minus this, so this 5,000 will be negative. It is a loss because sales is 45,000 and the total is 50,000. Definitely it is a loss or not? अगर आपकी कॉस्ट आ रही है 45,000, सॉरी रेवेन्यू आपका आ रहा है 45,000, आपकी कॉस्ट आ रही है 50,000, तो 5,000 का आपको लॉस हुआ. यहाँ आपकी टोटल सेल्स हो रही है 67,500, यहाँ आपका कॉस्ट आ रही है 70,000, तो हियर यू आर गेटिंग अ लॉस ऑफ 2,500. Here the same it is, so definitely zero or nil, not a profit, not a loss, and definitely it is known as a break-even point. Here the profit of 2,500 plus, here when you are deducting the profit of rupees 5,000, here the profit of rupees 7,500, here the profit of rupees 10,000 after deducting it. Understood? And we are discussing the third type of the break-even chart, that is known as the profit and loss break-even chart. So it means this time we have to draw the profit and loss. So again you have to be conscious here. Listen, when you are having some figures in negative, so negative figures are always shown below the x-axis. जो हमारा x-axis है, तो इसका मतलब क्या है कि इस टाइम x-axis को हमें कहीं यहाँ पर लेना होगा, क्योंकि हमारी कुछ फिगर्स निगेटिव भी जा रही हैं. तो ये हमारा एक्स एक्सिस हो जाएगा. आई हैव टू शो द यूनिट्स अगेन, यूनिट्स एंड zeros are common. This is 10, 20, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, 70,000, 80,000. All right. बट ये वाई एक्सिस आपको इसलिए ऐसे लेना पड़ा क्योंकि आपकी कुछ फिगर्स नीचे भी जा रही हैं. ये जीरो है यहाँ आपका. ऑलराइट, तो अब आप देखें पहले 10,000 पे आपको लॉस हो रहा है 7,500 का, तो दिस लॉस हैज टू बी शोन बिलो द एक्स एक्सिस. एक्स एक्सिस से नीचे आपको शो करना पड़ेगा. तो डिसाइड द ऑप्टिमम स्केल, एंड इट मीन्स हियर यू हैव टू ड्रॉ ऑन द वाई एक्सिस प्रॉफिट या लॉस. प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस आपको शो करना है, तो अगेन आई एम टेकिंग द सेम स्केल, बेटर टू टेक द सेम स्केल, और इट्स अप टू यू, आपको जो ठीक लगे वो स्केल आप ले सकते हो। आई एम टेकिंग द सेम इंटरवल, यहाँ 2500, 5000, 7500, 10,000, all right, and same scale, you, if whatever the scale you are using, right, for the positive side you have to use the same scale, right, on the negative side also, means this same scale, ये माइनस में है, ये भी माइनस में है, ये माइनस में है, एंड ये माइनस में है, like this. So if you will draw here, look, at 10,000 units you are achieving a loss of 7,500. So at 10,000 you are achieving loss of 7,500, means here the dot will be here. Look, I have pointed out here, somewhere here. At 20,000 again a loss of 5,000. It does mean here, here. At 30,000 again a loss of 2,500. It does mean here. At nil it does mean here. So if you will see again, there will be again a straight line, keeping the dots in the mind, using the same dots, it will be again a straight line. Now this line will be known as profit and loss line, profit and loss line, where it will intersect, whatever, ठीक है, where it will intersect, definitely that will be your break-even point. And it is intersecting where? Look, at 40,000 units, again the answer coming same everywhere, and the previous, it is the entire what? Zone of loss, and it is the entire zone of profit. Look, again, so whatever the diagram you are using, we are getting the same answer. So after using three methods of calculating the break-even point, I have made you understand the answer coming the same, right? Now we will go in details in the calculations of the break-even point in the next subsequent videos. You will find little bit detail, but as far as the introduction of break-even analysis and drawing the break-even point with the help of the table, with the help of the formula, with the help of the break-even chart, I have just described all it here. I hope that it is clear to you. Again, I am telling you, I am requesting you, if you are having any doubt, please go in the comment section and tell me the way you want more detail. Then you can also send me the message, and I will make some video, right, in the calculations. I will go in more detail in the calculations of BEP, but without telling you, I will definitely make some video, some more videos on the calculation of break-even point. Till then, goodbye, and thank you that you made a patient and you watched the entire video, right, with very patience. Thank you. See you in the next video. Bye.